Hello, come in.
Hi, how's it going?
Pretty good. How about you?
Good.
Come on down.
Thank you. Well,
Basement where we play music.
thanks for having me.
Yeah.
I guess first things first. Who are you?
My name is Christopher Slagle.
And what's your band's name?
Snake River.
What's the story behind that?
Well, I just came up. It sounded like a cool band that I'd want to listen to. I just made it up. Didn't mean anything, and I just kind of tucked it away. I didn't play shows back then. And then I made a solo record in 2012, and I didn't want to use my last name because it's spelled so weird and no one knows how to pronounce it. So I was like, what can I use? And I thought, I remembered Snake River. And so I did that, called it that. At that point, it didn't mean anything. Since then, though, it's come to have a little more significance because our songs are all centered in this fictional town now that's called Snake River Mountain. And so we have characters that are in our songs that live in this fake town. And so it means a little more now.
And where's your hometown?
My hometown is Meadow Lake in northern Saskatchewan.
And where's home base?
Home base is here and upstairs where I live.
Mm-hmm.
Do everything here. We make music down here, garden in the back, and do everything else upstairs.
What is your favorite home cooked meal?
Stew, a big old thick stew.
What is your go-to song to sing in the shower?
That's a tie between Delta Dawn by Tanya Tucker, Apartment Number 9 by Tammy Wynette, and Gonna Be a Country Girl Again, Buffy St. Marie. They're all super fun to sing.
In the shower.
And very hard to sing. They're amazing songs.
Cool. And what have you been listening to lately?
Almost exclusively to Lou Reed's The Blue Mask. Trying to get at least 2 listens in per day, every day.
That's what the doctor ordered.
Yeah.
What's the name of your latest release?
It's called Lost Album, and that's Snake River Lost Album. We put it out in February of this year, 2021. We recorded it in the fall of 2019, and we were kind of waiting on releasing it until we could play shows, but that just didn't seem like it was coming, and we just decided to put it out, and we actually haven't played anything off there yet, so we're pretty excited for this show in January to start playing some of these tunes for the first time.
That's exciting. That's exciting for us as the audience.
Yeah. Well, cool.
Could you describe the feeling of that recording in 5 words?
5 words. It's twangy, it's jangly, it's swirly and thick and thin.
I see we have... Are these the band members of Snake River?
That's Eno. She plays the vocal squeal thing.
What's your favorite winter activity?
I like sometimes to play hockey with my friends on the outdoor rink because I learned how to play hockey growing up in a small town where there was nothing else to do. I'm not good, but it's fun to go out and play on the outdoor rink once in a while. But probably more fun is just sit around the fire in the yard and hang out with friends. That's a little easier. I could do that anytime.
Who is your dream collaborator, dead or alive?
Well, the one is this guy from the UK, Martin Newell. He's had a band called the Cleaners from Venus forever, where he's kind of like me. He makes music at home, and he doesn't really work in a studio ever, and he just kind of plays his own stuff. And I love all of his albums, but I would like to play guitar on one of his albums someday. He doesn't really work with anyone, but I feel like it would be super fun to play guitar on some of those songs. Also, I'd love to have Julie Duran sing on our album someday. I don't even know if that's could possibly happen, but that'd be cool. And then I would like Rick White, who Julie played with in Eric Strip. Rick White has done lots since then, all the Elevator stuff, and he's one of my musical heroes, I guess. But also his artwork is incredible, and I think it'd be pretty sweet if he did an album cover for us, which is kind of a collaboration, but not a musical collaboration, but I would like him to do some album art.
Could you describe his visuals?
Yeah,
or style?
It's kind of like super colorful and stark, but like it's kind of like engaging and inviting at the same time as being like kind of weird and not surreal, but just kind of weird. You don't really know what you're looking at, but it feels like really inviting. It's
Okay.
just kind of a cool contrast of like things, which
Yeah.
kind of is like his music too. It's like it's kind of dark, but not always dark, and it's super. Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to explain his album art, but
Mhm.
if you saw it, you would never forget his. They're so memorable.
And on that note, could you describe what your music would look like?
What would it look like? Well, maybe like like a kaleidoscope or something. I mean, that's kind of a cliche with the kind of music we make, but you know, there's kind of different things happening all at the same time, and there's, you know, there's maybe some detail in a certain part of a song, but then there's kind of broad strokes over the whole thing, but like you could focus in on little kind of details. Well, the whole thing is just kind of moving around too, so got a bit of that, maybe.
Cool. I can see it. What is the most crucial piece of equipment for your music craft?
Well, gotta have the guitar. That's what I play. If I didn't have a
That's
guitar, I
it.
couldn't do anything. I could kind of sing, but it all starts here. But then you got reverb. You need some reverb. If you don't have reverb, for me, it just doesn't sound right. It's like a piece of bread with nothing on it. That's a guitar without reverb. You need something to make it really sound right or really taste right. That's reverb. But no reverb on the voice. Tom Petty, who I'm way into, never has reverb on his vocals. And that's just, vocals should be clean. I've toyed with reverb on the voice. I've put too much on. And now it's like, no reverb. But lots on the guitar.
What was the first concert you ever attended?
That would be Fred Penner. I was like I wasn't a kid anymore, but I took my younger brothers. I was probably in like grade 12 because I grew up in Meadow Lake where there was no concerts ever. So Fred came to town and I took my brothers and it was great. I always felt like kind of, you know, in high school, you really want to be cool. I didn't feel very cool there sitting on the floor with like a bunch of toddlers and 5-year-olds and stuff. But I went and it was pretty sweet, I have to say. And then years later, I was playing guitar with Zachary Lucky on the tour, and Zach knew Fred, and we ran into him, and Zach introduced me, and I couldn't say one word to Fred Penner. I was totally starstruck. And so, what do you say to Fred Penner? I don't know. Probably why I picked up a guitar. In a lot of ways, you know, just watching him pull that guitar out of the little cave thing. It was so cool.
That's cool. That's cool. That was your first concert too.
Yeah.
What was your favorite concert?
Favorite concert was Cass McCombs in Vancouver. I went out there in 2019. I was there. He played at this church, and it was like an unlicensed event, so it was a total dry show. But everyone was way into the music, and Cass was just, it was awesome actually. Cass, he must have had on his rider, he had some beers and a bottle of whiskey that he just passed out to the audience. It was like, sorry, it's a dry show, I don't know why, but here's a bottle of booze, and everyone, this pre-COVID, and everyone just passed this bottle around. But the show was amazing because like Cassie Boy was just like so down and into it, and his band was grooving so hard at a few points that like it was in this church, and the church was like moving in time with the song because everyone was just like grooving. It was so cool.
Cool. So you literally felt the music.
Felt the music, exactly. Yeah.
What kind of concert goer are you?
Well, for that one, I was right up front, right in front of Cass's amp. I love hearing the amp right there. So you know, if it's something I'm super into, I'll be right up front for sure. So I won't even take a beer with me because I don't want to miss something if I have to go to the bathroom. I just want to stay there. But then other times I'll be right at the back. But I won't talk through people's shows because I know what it feels like when someone talks through a show, and it's not that fun.
You have some show etiquette.
Yeah, don't talk at a show. It's fine.
What's your favorite winter song or song about winter?
Song about winter is Anna Lee by the Sadies. It's a song about tour. It's more specific than winter. It's about touring in the winter, and it's kind of this cool story song. It's yeah, about the you know the perils of traveling through Canadian winter highway stuff.
Thanks so much for having me. This is all the questions I got for you.
Okay, well that's lots of questions.
Appreciate hanging out, and so we'll catch you January 27th at the Artesian with Teke Teke.
Right.
I guess
great.
I guess I shouldn't stick around. You
Yeah,
and
no,
you and the cats.
We're jamming here right away.
Got
so
some jams to go.
yeah, me and the cats got some songs to play. So
All right, well, I'll get out of here. Thanks
See you
again,
later.
Chris. See ya.
yeah, thanks for coming by.